Today we're making a meal from Sudan in Northern Africa. We're going to be making Goraasa be dama, a beef stew with a flatbread, and then we're also making that with spicy banana mash and a peanut butter tomato salad, which, this is the food tour. We're going to start by stemming, de-seeding, and slicing thin 3 green chilies. I chose jalapenos. I left a little bit of the seeds in because you want your banana paste to be a little bit spicy, and I think that'll be nice having that shine through. Then we're just gonna slice thin. Just for the record, this is called Moukhbaza, and I'm pretty sure I crushed that pronunciation. Now, we could have let the peppers dry out in the sun for, I don't know, a week or two and just hope the squirrels didn't fuck. I have decided to use a dehydrator, which I kind of forgot I owned. This will make it pretty nice and quick. We're just going to very delicately spread them all out somewhat evenly. Just get it all over your fingers for when you take out your contacts later. Yeah, make it nice and pretty. I'm gonna set mine to about 135. I'm gonna take a look at it every couple hours. I'm gonna hope it's done about 4. So we'll take a look at this again in a little bit. All right, about 3 hours have passed by now. And this is what we're left with. They crack when you try to bend them. I'm just gonna take these off, put them in a bowl, and set it aside for now. All right, into a bowl. I'm gonna add about 2 tablespoons of minced Italian parsley, the classic Somalian herb. I'm gonna finely dice 2 green onions. I'm going to stem, seed, and chop another jalapeno. And then I've got 3 small tomatoes just off the vine. I'm gonna de-seed them, I'm gonna dice them, and I'm gonna throw them in the bowl. And then in a separate, smaller bowl, we're gonna add 3 tablespoons of peanut oil and 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. We are just gonna whisk that together as best we can. You want it nice and smooth for our tomato salad, because otherwise that would just be weird. We're also gonna add in the juice of 1 lime. Then we're just gonna whisk that together. That looks weird. No, that looks better. And then we're gonna add that to our tomato salad. And that looks bananas. I'm just gonna wrap this, put this in the fridge, and set it aside until we eat. For our Moukhbaza, our banana mash, we're gonna take 2 bananas, and we're gonna mash them along with about I'm gonna do a teaspoon, maybe a little bit more, a teaspoon of lemon juice. I'm aiming for mushy, but not totally liquid. So we're just gonna wrap that and throw that in the fridge as well. For our Goraasa be dama, we're gonna add 1/3 cup of olive oil to a Dutch oven. We're gonna put that on medium heat. In the meantime, we have a lot to prepare. We have 2 yellow onions that we're gonna chop. We have 6 garlic cloves that we're gonna mince. We have a bell pepper that we're gonna chop. We have 4 small tomatoes that we're gonna chop and seed. We have 3 serrano peppers, 2 serrano peppers, and we have a pound of very cheap steak. Once our olive oil is heated up to medium, we're gonna add our onions. And we're gonna keep letting them cook on medium until they turn translucent. Gonna add in 6 garlic cloves. Give that a quick stir. We're gonna add in our tomatoes, our bell pepper, 3 serranos, and our parsley, along with our pound of steak. To that, we're gonna add about a teaspoon of cinnamon, teaspoon of cardamom, black pepper. Then we're just going to cover and let it simmer for about 5 minutes. After 5 minutes are up, we're gonna give it a stir. And we're gonna add in 6 ounces of tomato paste. I'm gonna let that simmer for about 10 minutes while covered, and then set it to low until we're ready to eat. For the Goraasa part of our Goraasa dama, we are going to sift in 250 grams of whole wheat flour to a large bowl. We have a 1/4 teaspoon of baking powder along with a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then we are going to whisk in 2 cups of water. We want to end up with something like a thick pancake batter. That's the wrong type of pan. All right, I've got the cast iron heated up to medium now. I'm just going to pour a little bit of olive oil on it. That's too much. I'm gonna brush it around evenly. And then I'm gonna pour a ladleful, a little less than a ladleful, of our Goraasa mixture. Using the ladle to spread it thin. That didn't work. We're gonna flip it when it gets golden. We're gonna let it finish cooking, and then we'll move it to a rack and a baking tray that we've got. All right, we are ready to eat. We have got our Goraasa dama. We have got Salata Tomatim Bel Daqua, and we've got, yeah, I nailed it, Moukhbaza with our nice little dehydrated peppers. What I didn't do is look into how to eat this, so I'm just going to tear off a strip of this would be the Goraasa. Let's see. I would say it looks okay. It looks like a tomato soup sort of thing. It's probably the quickest stew I've ever made in my life. The Goraasa smells like a little bit like cookies, which I like. Tastes like I dipped it in tomato. It's got a good flavor. Definitely made I made the stew a little too, I made the flatbread a little too thick. Steak's a little tough, but it is quite cheap. It's got a little spice. I'm not picking up the other spices though. Well, no, yeah. It's very tomato heavy, but for the amount of work, it required a lot of work. Moving on to the Salata Tomatim Bel Daqua. This is our peanut butter tomato salad. It smells like peanut butter. I'm a little concerned. Very sour. You can taste the tomatoes and the lime. The peanut butter comes through, the spice comes through from the peppers, the parsley comes through. Without the peanut butter, it would definitely be too sharp and acidic. But with it, it's pretty light and refreshing. Which is not something I thought I would say about peanut butter tomato salad. Never thought I would eat peanut butter tomato salad though, to be fair. That's all around okay. Now for our Moukhbaza. I was gonna say it's not spicy at all, but now I think it's kind of catching up with me. It tastes mostly like mushed banana, which I didn't think I would like. It sounds like baby food. In the jalapenos, they're very much like a jalapeno jerky. Kind of in a good way though. Nice and sweet with the peppers. That one got me a little bit. But that's okay because the banana mash is so sweet that I'm only crying a little. It's actually good. I don't think I would ever think to make it, but I think I would like having it there as a side. Oh, it's a little hard to go back to the sour after that. But it's a little hard to stay away. It does not taste good combined. Let's see if this works at all. Make a little poorly constructed taco. And it's bleeding out of the little holes in it. No, that doesn't work. Overall, I would say it's a win. Stew's good. It's not the best stew I've ever had in my life, but it's very nice, very warming. There was a lot of chopping, which I do not care for. I like the interactivity, I like being able to, I don't know, I just like dunking stuff, although I'm not great at it, apparently. I think it'd be nice on like a winter's day. You got the cinnamon, you got the spice, you got the hot beef, you got the wet fingers, the sides. I don't know if they exactly complement a stew with flatbread. I'm glad they were there. They both work a lot better than they should. So that was Sudanese food. Would I make it again? I say yes. It wasn't that much work. Did it all within a day. I don't know. It was weird to me, which was fun. It was tasty. It was spicy, but I didn't like, I wasn't worried I was gonna die. And I am just tearing through it. Thanks for watching. This is the food tour.